agriculture, and we are Go Shop Local.
The purpose of our group is to connect small business owners with the Las Vegas locals while creating a network of like-minded professionals to share strategies and support within an online community.
Our mission is to encourage you to get out and go shop local.
So, why don't you guys tell us a little bit about Pretty Witty Pop?
Yeah, Kristi, do you want to go ahead?
Sure. Well, let's see. We just opened in September, officially, September 1st. We're an e-commerce We're an e-commerce business that our motto is to encourage all humans to treat themselves with wit and whimsy. And that's kind of where our name comes from. All of our products are all natural oils, and they're all based on treat-inspired scents. So anything from root beer soda to peach gelato, like think of your favorite dessert, and that's what you can scrub with every morning or in the evening, like you said. You took a shower in the evening. And our tagline is treat yourself, you deserve it, because we are both very, very busy people, and we know what it's like to not have time for yourself. And so if it is, the 15 minutes you get in the shower to make yourself feel great by softening your skin and smelling this amazing scent, then that's what we want to do. And I was telling Zannie a few weeks ago that sometimes I don't even shower because I am working from home. But if I need a little bit, I'll just open a scent and just smell it because they smell so good.
I do it. Really, this all came about like last March. It's funny because we started this business, during the whole pandemic thing. And I think we were both looking for motivation. And I really think that that's where all the names and the fun names and the puns and all that stuff. We're also both improvisers in town. So we love anything like, wordplay. So I really think like that was the icing on the cake. No pun intended. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the first thing I noticed when I was looking at the website was the names. I actually wrote down a couple that I thought were really, really cute because I wanted to kind of highlight them. I had a couple that were right here. It was the peach for your dreams was one of my favorite ones. And you bake the world a better place.
Always our favorite thing when we're coming up, because we do have some new stuff coming, of course, for the holidays, but we're always like, we chose desserts. Why? But yeah, it's going to be so fun. We're going to get it. And, it's just part of the creative process of all this that I love the most.
For sure.
Yeah.
So is this something you girls came up with as far as you guys went to the laboratory, went into the kitchen and started kind of putting, these things together and trial and error? Or how did this idea come about?
Well, we were, Zannie was looking for kind of a job. She's been a stay-at-home mom for a very long time, and so she didn't have like a career path. And I had just gotten laid off, and so we were at breakfast one day, and I was like, "Let's just sell sugar scrubs." And she's like, "Okay." It was kind of like that.
Sugar scrubs,
right? And so I had made some before as gifts, and they were really great. And so we kind of started with that, but then Zannie did a lot of the back research of like, what are oils that are good for your skin? What are vitamins that we can add? Like all of those things. And she was really the impetus of like putting it all together and like coming up with this great formula.
Well, I knew that, we wanted to stay as natural as possible, but I also wanted something like I didn't want just your run-of-the-mill another product. Like everybody can make this at home. Like it's not rocket science. However, there does take time and trial and error. And we tried some, we had friends try some and give us feedback. And so like all of that, nothing's half-assed. Like everything was a process until we found one that we loved, so, and that was so important to us because we know we love it. This is really turned into like from everything, from what goes inside of it to the labeling, to how we choose to market it, who we want to market to, all of it is like really thought out. We didn't just want to be another handcrafted, not that there's anything wrong with that, but we really want to build more than just a scrub, but a brand on top of what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Well, I think, you guys coming into this had the right idea, because usually there's two ways to look at it: how, fulfill a need, or, uh, offer something different with a better product that's not out there, something that's catchy, the names and all the different things. You kind of separate yourself, so you're creating your own identity in the market that's, could be saturated in ways, but you guys separate yourselves in a different way with a different personality of it. So I mean, as a business owner, that's kind of the way to diversify and say, how can we dive into this market? So no, I think you guys have the right idea. Love it.
Yeah, it took a lot of talk. We started out with a different name, actually. We were going to call ourselves Aw Sugar. But the more we thought about it and the more we had ideas of, breaking out of just sugar scrubs, like what else can we do? Can we take this further? Can we grow? Is this evergreen? All of these things. So we sat down one day and we're like, this name doesn't make sense for that. So we came up with Pretty Witty Pop. And the name is pretty because we want people to feel pretty inside and out. Like that's part of the motivation for the names. And then witty also because we love humor. Like we said, we're improvisers and we love puns, even though they're super hard when you're trying to come up with one for a product name.
But what's funny is when we did Our Sugar, we signed up for the LLC, but I guess because of the pandemic, it kept coming, like it was getting into the wrong hands. It kept coming back like denied, but not because we were doing anything wrong. But it's good that it was denied because or else we might be stuck without sugar. So we're glad it didn't work out. And then finally, when we came up with Pretty Witty Pop, it was like, yeah, that is why. So we were able to send it off and it came back and it was fine. So we're like, see, it was meant to be.
It's meant to be. Yeah.
No, I love the name. I think the name is, fun. And like I said, it gives you a little bit of identity. You got to check out, definitely check out their Instagram and their website because, it's just a fun, just reading through all the names, I was showing my girlfriend, she was just, kind of pointing this one. So definitely gonna have to check out a couple of guys, a couple of what you guys have.
And so far too, we realized that like the audience, because I have two younger daughters actually, and they get a kick out of the names. And then right to like adults, and we love that we're hitting the mark. So many people appreciate it and remark on it, and I feel so good about that. Let's talk about the fall bundle.
Yeah. So for the fall, we have 3 limited edition scents. So they're only going to be available until Thanksgiving. We have Give 'em Pumpkin to Talk About. You can see it. This one smells like pumpkin pie.
That's my favorite.
We have a Halloween one. This one is Trick or Treat Yourself. And it smells like candy corn.
It's also amazing. I love it.
Yeah. And this one is my new favorite. I have a new favorite like every week. And this one is You Bake the World a Better Place. And it smells like fresh apple strudel, like your grandmother just
I love
made.
that name. I think it's so cute.
Oh, they're so good.
So much.
And all of our special holiday scents we do sell separately in the 6-ounce jars. And they are $14.95, or we sell a bundle where you get all 3 of them for $34.95.
Yeah, and we recommend that because we tell our clients that you can use our scrub probably up to 4 times a week, 3-4 times. And if you're really generous with it, which you should be, like that's going to last you a good, like one bottle's going to last you. It can last you like, a couple months, but this way you're actually, you can feel like you don't have to savor it, use it because it's, you know what I mean? So like this way, and then there's always going to be something new anyway. Like we already are starting to talk about what are we doing next year? And that's what's fun about the limited editions too, because they are limited. So you can really just have fun with that. And it's, who knows what we're going to do next year.
Right. And we have 3 scents coming up for Christmas that we will also bundle together. And then we have 3 scents that are coming out that are considered our celebration New Year's Eve scents. And those are all based on cocktail scents with a little bit of glitter shimmer.
I'm so excited.
If you want some glitter shimmery.
I do.
Fun.
I like a little glitter.
Yeah, I love glitter, so.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just the shimmer too. It's not like you look like somebody blew it all over you. So It's really good.
Well, I'll have to check that out and see how it goes with my skin tone.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yes.
There you go.
The really good thing about our scents too is that while they smell strong when you are using them, they don't stick to your skin and are overwhelming afterwards. They are very, very light. So yeah, you can use pumpkin pie there, Ben, and you won't smell like a bakery when you go to work.
Exactly.
Dang it.
I mean, even if you do, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you do, it's not a big problem. But they're not sickening, you know, once you get out of the shower. They're just subtle.
For sure. And then,
My biggest compliment is always somebody who's like, oh, I don't like things that smell too much. And then we give them a little sample and they're like, okay, it's actually awesome. You know, because some people have ideas, right, of what it is. So I feel like we really found the balance to, you know, like exactly with the sense for it to not be overwhelming, but it's just enough, you know?
Right.
Absolutely.
And we would also love it if somebody buys something from us.
Nice too.
I mean, you can buy something for us.
Yeah, hey, while you're at it.
You don't have to. But if you buy something for yourself, go ahead, put the camera on yourself before you even open it and just get your own reaction. We've had some amazing videos. Zannie's niece just posted one where she smelled the mint chocolate chip ice cream and she was like, oh my goodness, this smells just like it. And then my favorite line was, can I spray this in the inside of my mask so I can smell it all day? I love it. So we would love to get those reaction videos too.
yeah, that's awesome. And video is so important right now in marketing as well. So
You guys said right now you guys are basically solely e-commerce. Are you guys looking to go retail eventually, or are you guys just kind of sticking to the e-commerce model and going online, or
I think we will probably stay with e-commerce until this whole pandemic is over. Like, it doesn't make sense otherwise. We've had a couple ideas. Do we get, you know, a little pop-up truck and have a pop-up shop somewhere, or and travel the country? Do we get a shop? Do we, you know, start soliciting to be products in other stores? We're not there yet. But yeah, we have 1.5 million ideas.
Yes. And it's funny too, because we decided like to kind of take it like really a step at a time, and it's developing almost on its own. Like all of a sudden, we reached out to people who wanted like goodie bags for things, or we're like just seeing what all our avenues are. But we're open to anything and everything, really. We're just going to see kind of where it takes us.
Well, nice. So one of the things that we kind of like to, well, I got actually my little co-host trying to come in here with me, my Great Dane. I apologize. So it's nudging me and moving me. So, so with when we kind of highlight, we like to kind of highlight the product and the business, but then we kind of also kind of like to, you know, turn the camera to the other side too, because you guys are taking that entrepreneurial, you know, leap to kind of take on your own business. So as far as, you know, small businesses, what's kind of been the hardest part about running your own businesses? And then what's kind of been the rewarding parts of having the ability to kind of work for yourself and be able to kind of, you know, work at home and do what you want to do?
Well, for me, it's kind of great, because for me, I've been looking for a project for so long. Like I'm always busy. I have 2 kids, young kids, who, you know, they're doing schooling from home and it's running around with them. So this has really allowed me the flexibility. But I couldn't have done it just without anybody, because it's still, you need a partner who's understanding of your time and how much time you have and what you can put in. And I think that's why, like, we do have deadlines, we do have a schedule, but for sure for me, it's not always easy, you know, and sometimes I do have to make a choice of like, do I do a little bit of work here, or am I going to work on something else, or whatever it might be. But so I think the partnership is the saver, the glue to all of this. If you find that right partner and you can just work off each other and make each other laugh, or just be patient with one another. Like we still learned a lot. We're learning a lot about each other, about who we are as people throughout this whole process. So for me, It's been very enlightening too. So, and I love that. I love a challenge. I love learning and growing for myself personally. I want to be a good role model to my kids and anybody else out there who's willing to listen, I guess. But her too. So she's full time. She works full time. So you can talk a little bit about that, Kristi, and how you make it kind of all work.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, Zannie told me that I have to have a weekend off because like I said, I'm the designer, so we're bringing out new products, and so I'm working on the website. I'm working on the labels and all of that kind of stuff. Zannie does all of the fulfillment, so she makes all the products and stuff like that. But I think the biggest challenge is, I mean, yes, time-wise, it is a challenge, but I love doing it because it feels like something as big is going to come from this. But the biggest challenge, I think, is that we still socially distance. Like, we try to get together, but it's in the backyard, spread apart. We try to do it once a week, but we try to also have phone calls almost every morning. Before I start working, just to be like, okay, what are we working on today? What do we need to get done? Okay, here's some decisions that need to be made. So yeah, that's a little challenging. Like, it would be awesome if we could just do this on more full-time schedule in the same place, or at least over the weekends in the same place. But there's just logistical challenges at the moment, but I love doing it.
Yeah, we make it worth it, and we take the pressure, I think, off. Like, if we can't get something done that we really want it done, you know what? We make notes of it. Everything is written down, and we'll go back to it later, whatever, because we know it's only two of us right now. Maybe that'll change someday, but for now, it's just the two of us, and we kind of like it that way for now, I think, as we grow and get to where we want to be. So yeah.
And we really became best friends during this process too. So it's been super great.
We can.
Yeah, because we're both. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say we can definitely attest because we actually are business partners, and people don't understand how hard being an entrepreneur is. Taking an idea, making it a reality, fitting it in with family, work, kids, all of the above. So having somebody to kind of play off of, kind of celebrate the wins, lessen the blows on the losses, kind of makes it a lot easier. So we can definitely agree with you on that 100%. So it's nice to have that partnership that you guys have. So congrats on that for sure.
And we like champagne. So, when we're a little stressed, we might crack a little bit of that in our own areas and say, we need a meeting with champagne.
It's not very often we have a meeting that we don't have something to drink.
But you're an entrepreneur and you own your own business. So guess what? If I drink the beer at 8:00 in the morning, well, don't judge me. That's just how I run my business.
Right. I'm going to do it today.
That's funny.
So I know that we talked a little bit before we went on camera, a little bit about your guys' marketing, because I do a lot of web development and graphic design as well. And I know that we were talking about that a little bit. So let's talk a little bit about your guys' customer base and how you guys handle your marketing. Who are your customers? Let's hear a little bit about that.
Well, right now our customers are our friends and family.
Mm-hmm.
We are slowly getting the message out. Like I said, we've only been open, less than 2 months.
Yeah.
It feels like a lot longer right now. But we haven't even been open for 2 months yet. So we're still getting out there. Our customer, that's an interesting one because I don't know that we know exactly who that is, but I can tell you who we want it to be is all humans. And that's why we say we encourage all humans, because we believe that men, just like women, want to feel nice, have a little encouragement, maybe, smell some root beer soda while they're taking a bath. Or we also do have an unscented one for anyone out there that doesn't like sweet scents. So that's who we're hoping to capture. And it seems like maybe our ideals are a little bit too big for us right now, but we haven't focused in on that. We do know that probably 90% of our customers are female at this moment. Some are young, some are grandmothers. It's just, it kind of spreads over the whole human race.
I know. Yeah.
And what do you think draws them to your company other than knowing you guys? What draws them to your product really more than anything else? What sets you guys apart?
Well, I think we try and we dive into any kind of marketing that we can get our hands on that we feel can do a good job, because for both of us, a look of something or how something is presented is really important. However, we're also trying to be real. Like, we're real people. We make mistakes. Maybe we spelled something wrong. Maybe, so I think we try to do some like videos of just, well, now it's separated, but like try to come up with very interesting images, and we use quotes. We really try to just grab anything that will make people happy. Like, at the end of the day, we just want to make people happy. It makes us happy. Therefore, we think we can make you happy. And whether that's visual or like, we're trying to use all the senses. I remember we talked about that. So we want you to see it as a package, but very diverse.
No, I think you guys are doing that with, like you said, me as a guy, I was looking at this and I was imagining the scents and the smells, and I was like, oh,
You can use this.
yeah.
No,
I wanted to kind of, indulge in this and, maybe take one for my girlfriend when we check it out. But no, the marketing that you guys have already done, just, people really don't understand the impact of what we have at our fingertips as far as free tools. When you're starting off a business, there's so many, costs and different things. You're trying to make everything work. You still have everything to go. And a lot of people don't really take advantage of the free marketing that's out there via Facebook, via Instagram, and all these different opportunities. So you guys have taken the opportunity to, really explore that, make it look, really good, and, give people that they kind of just keep wanting to learn a little bit more about your product. So.
and I think too, it's motivational for us to kind of, like, our situations are very different, but yet we're coming together doing this. Like, our thought, like, our plans are the same for what we want. So yes, and tapping into as much as we can. And then if we can help others along the way too. So like sometimes bartering or whatever it might be, if I can help you, we will do that. And then if you can help us, I think that still exists today. But people don't, exactly like you said, I don't think people really know what's out there. And I think we just have to be also open to everything, and organically watching things come to us as well is kind of amazing.
Yeah.
And just to like wind down a little bit, guys, I know that 2020 has been a hard year. I mean, 2020 was the year me and Ben started our business, the year you guys started your business. I feel like the great thing about it is I feel like a lot of companies are popping up now because people see that there's a lot of opportunity, and a lot of people are seeing that they can work from home and it is more manageable for their life. So what advice would you give to new entrepreneurs in the year 2020, starting a new business right now? What would you want to say to them? And you can think on it.
I know.
I would say do it if your heart is in it. Like, don't do it for the money, because the money won't come right away.
No,
I mean,
exactly.
unless you're some brilliant person that has like invented something new. But yeah, you've got to be doing it for the long haul. It's, what do they say? A marathon, not a sprint.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure that you're passionate about running marathons.
Yeah, and find people who have your back and will encourage you and support you no matter what, whether it's your family who you're closest to or the odd friends. Like, it takes a village, but a very small village can be enough to catapult you to doing something that makes you happy and that can be successful at the end of the day. And never stop learning and don't give up, basically. It's really as simple as that. And find your tribe.
I love it. Well, thanks so much for coming by, guys, and telling us all about Pretty Witty Pop. Go shop local. Thanks for watching. If you guys are interested, yes, of course. We have the holiday season coming up. So if you guys want to check Pretty Witty Pop out, I will have all the information in the show notes, and you can use the discount code GoShopLocal15 for 15% off your entire order. And thanks so much again, guys.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks for watching the interview, guys. Be sure to like the group and subscribe to learn more about small businesses like Pretty Witty Pop. And be sure to get out and go shop local. See you guys later.